Good morning, guys. Hello and welcome to a new vlog episode. And hello from Chicago. So, if you missed the previous episode, I was in India visiting family and exploring around. And in the last vlog, I hopped onto a plane and took a very long flight and ended up in Chicago. So, I'm back in US now. Um, Gonna make some breakfast and then mostly coffee and have some snacks that I grabbed from the plane, like cookies and almonds and stuff. And then we're gonna head out and explore some sites of Chicago in the downtown area. So let's get started. One thing I was noticing compared to India, where it was like 40 degrees Celsius, out here is like 17, 18 degrees Celsius. So in the evening when the sun goes down, it does get a little bit chilly. But for now, the sun is up. It's a bright and sunny day. So let's go out and explore the downtown of Chicago. The squirrels here are super massive. Reminds me of the squirrels back in Scotland in Edinburgh. I guess this place also is like very cold, so they have a thick coat of fur to keep them nice and warm. One I saw had like a whole bunch of nuts in its mouth, but they are like super fast. By the time I pulled out the camera, it ran away anyway. Made it to Millennium Park to start exploring this downtown of Chicago. First thing I wanted to do was to get a selfie with the cloud gate or the beam, but as you saw, there's all fencing around. There's some renovations going on until spring of 2024, so you're not gonna get a good selfie anytime soon. I managed to get a quick peek between the fences. It does look really nice, and I've seen a lot of people take selfies, but I got what I got with the fences inside. Looks like there's also some sort of event happening here, but gonna walk around this park a little bit, see what else is there. Looks like on the other side of the park there's Lake Michigan, so there should be harbors as well, so trying to do the harbor walk instead. This park seems pretty dull now that the bean is closed off for renovations. Probably I can walk along this way, cross over on that side. Let's see, maybe the harbor is better than this. This feels much nicer. This is the lakefront trail, and I think this is Lake Michigan, so you can walk around the lake. There's also a Navy Pier on that side. I just want to go check it out as well. Looks pretty neat on a bright and sunny day. So many small boats as well. Maybe there are big ones on that side. I don't know. I saw it a while ago. Probably like really big kind of ships kind of thing over there. But there's this garbage truck that's blocking the view. So I have to wait to get to the other side and see what we have on there. But this is nice. It's like a nice sunny day, perfect for a lakefront walk. That one looks like a big cruise ship of sort. Not sure where it goes, but it would be nice to cruise on Lake Michigan, to go somewhere at least. Looks like they're doing some sort of renovation, scraping off the paint and cleaning it, preparing it for a cruise at some point. Enjoying the sunshine, chilling on the bench by the boat people. Some of them even have those, what's that called? Jet skis. One day I really want to try a jet ski, but most of the time when they give you a rental, there's the guy that does all the riding and you sit behind it, which is no fun. One day if I can get and ride it on my own, that would be really cool. Still have that on my bucket list to go. So to get to Navy Pier, I have to cross over from this side of the river to that side, for which I'm using this pedestrian bridge. But this is also a vehicular bridge, so there's like cars cruising past at very high speeds on the top, and this bridge is shaking like crazy. But seems like a great photo opportunity. So cool, amazing view. Not the kind of Chicago I had in mind, but it does remind me of Singapore to quite an extent, but at least it's like looking nice. And I think this is also the place where on St. Patrick's Day they add a dye, they make it turn green and stuff. I've seen this kind of spot quite a few times. I'm guessing this is it. If you've been here at that time, or if you're from Chicago, do comment down and let me know below whether this is the... This looks like some sort of water taxi, like the ones I've been using in New York. Every time there's a water body, there is this kind of water taxi to jump from one pier to the other side, like a shortcut through the water. This doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It says boat not in service. Maybe now is not the time, but it does look like this is one of those public, like large-scale ferry kind of boats. Has a large-scale seating capacity rather than like a private charter. So trying to get to the Navy Pier, I see a Ferris wheel, maybe it's there. Oh, that's nice. So I spoke to the staff here. So there is a architecture boat tour, which is this one, and then those boats are indeed water taxis. So they range from $10 all the way up to $37 something for a round trip, and you can do the same pier hopping like I did in New York. You can go to Willis Towers, you can go to Chinatown and 2-3 other stops, or you can come all the way back. So that's interesting. Now I know there's also Chinatown, and I'm starting to be a bit hungry. I don't know, because of the jet lag coming all the way from India, I'm still not sure whether I'm hungry for breakfast, lunch or dinner, but I'm kind of quite a bit hungry, so I'll grab whatever meal makes most sense, because here it's like lunch hour, soon to be lunch hour. It's just 12:30 p.m. so wait a little bit and then directly jump for lunch. Chinatown sounds like a good idea, at least for one meal. So we'll see where it is. I still have to orient myself, because if it takes a boat, it's not that close by. But we'll think about it later. But for now, Navy Pier. Walked inside this area. There's like lots of eateries and shops, so trying to see if I can find a place to sit down and eat. It seems to be a bunch of options, trying to find the best one. That was a really nice Mediterranean meal. Just had it in the food court behind me. Grabbed some fresh lemonade as well. It looks pretty nice. It said low sugar. Tastes good as well. And that looks like a speedboat that is meant to get you drenched in the water. Probably they're gonna go out for a tour, so I don't feel like getting drenched. Gonna walk around the Navy Pier now, enjoy the sunshine with my fresh lemonade, take a walk and see what does this have to do with the Navy. This is the Centennial Wheel at the Navy Pier. Looks huge, like the London Eye. Probably good views of the harbour side, but I'm just gonna walk around it and continue walking the walking the shoreline instead, doing this round. I did that once back in the day in London, but it's fun. But if you've done it one too many times, then I also did one in Tokyo. So now I'm kind of bored of these things. So I just like to see it from a distance. Even skip the one in Helsinki. So it's nice to watch from sidelines. So I guess I reached the end of the Navy Pier, and it doesn't seem to have much to do with the Navy per se. I was expecting more like Navy vessels because of the name, but no, this is more like a cruise port or more like a water taxi boarding port area, and then a bunch of eateries and chill hangout spot, and then shoreline walk. That's about it. So I'm trying to go to the other side of the pier to get to the Mag Mile. It's called Magnificent Mile, so sounds interesting. Maybe there's something really magnificent about that. I was looking at the seagulls. Their noise is like so peculiar. So many of them here. But my guess is this pier might have something to do with the World War II. I guess that's where it was probably used for by the Navy. But now it's more like a civil boarding dock rather than the Navy Pier. I don't know. It's like didn't get much of a Navy vibes from here, but it was a nice walk by the harbor. So I came from behind this on the other side. Now I did like a full loop and going back this way, back to the skyline area to get to the Magnificent Mile. Was headed towards the Mag Mile, but saw the board for a beach. This is like a mini beach in the middle of the town. So decided to just stop by and check. It's all deserted, so the battery died anyways. What I was saying was it's all deserted pretty much. There's probably one guy just sun tanning, and that's about it. There's nobody here because I guess because the weather is cold, the water must be very cold as well. So nobody's swimming out here. But it looks like a nice place to have a beach accessible from within the city. Let's enjoy the sound of the waves for a little bit. So we've been walking around this street. I think it's the Michigan Avenue, which is also nicknamed Mag Mile, Magnificent Mile. This is like a commercial district with a lot of high-end stores here. I don't like shopping much, but I just came to check it out. I heard a lot about it. That's their fire station. Looks pretty nice, like a mini castle of sorts. Anyway, done with the Mag Mile. Didn't spend too much time here. Didn't have anything to shop around for. Found a nice park. It's called Lakefront Park. I don't know if it's by the lakefront or it's like a little bit further away, but should be a nice place to hang out for a bit and let the food digest before I start moving towards Chinatown. Been chilling here by the lakefront, so instead of staying at the park, which was across the highway, I decided to sit at these chair benches there. Well, these are steps there, and was just chilling by the lakeside, was just seeing people jog around. Even saw the cops on bicycles. There's also like a party boat there, people jumping in the water and having fun. So just people watching and having some fun time, relaxing a bit here, enjoying the. Now it's cloudy, but the sun was here a while ago. But in a short while I'll start heading towards the metro station, see some other place and say goodbye to this lake view for now. But until then I can still enjoy it. There's still some time, still 3:30 p.m. so just resting a little bit before I start heading there. So I finally made it to Chinatown, looking at the map of this area. So I'm there. This is the main Chinatown area. So I'm planning to go to that park first, explore that, and then come back to this main square and explore the rest of Chinatown. This is nice. There's like a very quiet place, and there is also this river taxi board sign here. So this is what I was telling you. From the Navy Pier, would take about 25 bucks here. A day pass is 37. The Union Station was very close, so 10 bucks and so on. So it starts from 10 all the way to 37 bucks. 7 p.m. is the last departure from here. So it's this is probably where you come if you take the boat route. But I took the metro route, so I walked about like 5 minutes or so not a big deal. There is also a Chinatown metro station, so it's very easy to find it. It's just on the other side. This is like kind of a slight detour. So I'll go to the Chinatown, you'll see the big gate of the iconic Chinatown entrance, but decided to come check this out first as well. So it's like a nice park, very quiet, not very many people here. So the rail pass over the bridge was I've kind of seen these kind of scenes in the TV serials set in Chicago, like Chicago PD and Chicago Fire kind of things, and also in the movies to some extent. And also when you take the metros, it passes by these like 4 or 5 story apartment buildings, like maneuvers between them. It also kind of is a scene set in Chicago you probably recognize from the TV serial, so that sounds very familiar. I'm just gonna enjoy the views here and see people watching. You see, there's like people passing by with their boats and trains, and there's people chilling with their books here. This is like a nice chill park. That's the water taxi going there. So probably dropped a few people. Anyway, we're gonna chill here until 5 p.m. and then we start walking towards Chinatown. Not hungry yet, but trying to get there somewhere around reasonable dinner time because my entire bio clock is messed up still. But that should be okay. So today we have Chinese for dinner, and I hear the Chicago deep dish pizza is also very popular, so maybe another day that could be one of the possible meals, but not for now. Today Chinatown is on my mind. My initial kind of understanding of the vibes of this place, this seems way more lively than the Chinatown I saw in Washington DC while I was exploring there. I didn't feel like I wanted to sit in a place, but here there are like so many restaurants I want to go into, so that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I have no space or energy for another food coma so soon within, I don't know, there was like the one in India was very recent, but there's a lot of bubble tea shops. So since it's just 5 p.m, so for now we get started with one bubble tea, then we'll see what we do with dinner. But I guess dinner is sorted with a place like this. There's like so many options. I found Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, the ones that I stayed in Baltimore. This one is in Chinatown though. Would be really cool to just stay here, hop on over across the street, have some Chinese cuisine, and then go back in. It's like a very nice venue right there. And then this is all Old Chinatown, starting from there all the way down the street. I think this is the end of it pretty much. After this I only see the highway. So have to figure out, probably I'm just gonna grab a takeaway. It's just 5:30. There's no way I can have a dinner just yet. Gonna grab something from one of the restaurants. Fried rice is always a safe bet. This looks like they have egg tarts. If they do, I'll grab some takeaway for breakfast tomorrow. This was a really nice place. The owners were very friendly, so I was waiting for the order to be picked up. So I got snacks here, siumai, spring roll, and egg tarts are sorted. Now get a fried rice from some other place. They also had it, but usually I don't get the entire order from the same place, just to try different chefs and different restaurants. So gonna find another place for the fried rice. Cool. So I was headed to get some fried rice, as I mentioned, after the snacks, and met these two cool guys, and we've been chatting for quite a bit. So let's get to know them on the vlog as well. So for good memory, I'll remember who I met. Yeah. So guys, please introduce yourself for the vlog.
Michael. Yeah, I'm Michael. Nice meeting Shitty.
Yeah.
Good.
And this is Alton. I live in Chicago. It's a pleasure to meet this guy. Interesting. So many cool stories, and I want to hear more.
So you guys are also content creators, right? So tell us more about what kind of content you create.
So we do street interviews. I do digital marketing, and we approach people, ask interesting questions, and that's pretty much it. Like short form content.
So today we had a role reversal, right? So I walked up to you, we started chatting, and it was a two-way interview to some extent, right? It was a fun conversation, not more or less like a Q&A, but more like a free-flow conversation, right?
Yeah.
And while I'm still here in Chicago, we plan to hang out again. Hopefully, if I can swing by this area. So you mentioned
we
you were
definitely
close
have to
by,
check it
right?
out.
Yeah. So where do you recommend hanging out?
So there's a good place called Sakura. It's like a karaoke place, good place, good energy, nice people.
Okay.
And you might want to swing by.
Okay, sounds good. So hopefully when I'm back here in this area, before going back to my workplace, maybe we'll hang out with these guys, and probably if I do, you'll show up again on another episode.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We can do a little tour of Sakura, you know?
We can do that.
Yeah, or some hidden places of Chinatown if you probably know.
Right.
As I
We don't want to know.
Okay, sure.
Only the common places.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys in just a bit. We'll continue the conversation. It was super fun, but we'll be off the record this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, this restaurant was really cool. All set with dinner, breakfast, and maybe light lunch for tomorrow. So gonna end the vlog here because my hands are full, cannot vlog and look up the map and carry the food at the same time. So it was a fun day exploring Chicago downtown while being completely jet lagged. Hope you like this vlog, and I'll see you again in another episode. Until then, this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.